All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron Michael Eschenberg here, Honest Day, bringing you some honest astrology for Wednesday, the 29th of May, 2019. How you doing? Shaving a haircut, I'm feeling good over here. So much change is going on, right? In the midst of so much change. Now, before we get into today's astrology, just to talk about astrology for a second, a lot of times on the show I say astrology is a mirror. All right, is a reflection, as above, so below. All right, now in this giant reflection, there are many ways to go about and looking at astrology. There are many different house systems. There are many different, Vedic or tropical or plus, there's a lot of different ways to look at the chart, and there's a lot of different ways thousands of years ago that they tried to figure out how it made the most sense. Okay. Now, there's heliocentric astrology, which means sun-centered. So the main difference between astronomy and astrology is sun-centered, right? So everything goes around the sun. This is heliocentric astrology. Now, there are astrologers out there that can read your chart in that manner. I practice more of the evolutionary astrology, okay, which is geocentric, meaning earth-centered. Okay, there is a full moon in space every single day. Every single day, the moon at some point is being lit by the sun. Only every 2 weeks, from Earth's perspective, do we get the full moon. Okay, so this is Earth's perspective. This is astrology. This is astronomy, looking at the stars, looking at the planets, the celestial bodies. Planet just means wanderer, right? Stars are fixed, the planets wander in the sky. So as we look up, it's based on our position here on Earth, meaning my personal point of view, where I'm located. I'm in Detroit, Michigan, just outside of the city, but that's where we're at here in the Eastern time zone. Now, if I was over in India, it's a different time zone. Things correlate differently. The point I'm getting at here, the moon, this is all tying in. This isn't just a little, sidebar astrology lesson. The moon is moving into Aries. The moon is moved into Aries today, okay? It started yesterday on Tuesday. Transition from Pisces into Aries was void, of course, right? Which is kind of cool. And now we've got early in the morning, the moon is meeting up with Chiron in Aries, self. Meaning we have to look at the astrology, we have to look at the bigger picture through the eyes of self, okay? Now, we can care and we can be empathetic individuals. And we can have a lot in our charts that are really caring about other people, okay? And we can put ourselves out there and put ourselves out there and put ourselves out there. This North Node in Cancer, putting ourselves out there and being empathetic and compassionate. What can also happen in this time is we become martyr. I've talked about that a little bit in the past, where we're saying, look, I've done this and I've done this and I've done this, and you took and I gave and I gave, and the response is, yeah, but you chose to do that. Don't come at me now saying, oh, I did this, you've done this great thing for me. It's like, yeah, that was negotiated early on. Don't hold that over my head in a carrot. I'm dangling it in my front of my face, So it's like taking the initiative, self-initiative, looking at all of this and saying, this is me. My life is based around me, through my eyes. Okay, just like astrology, geocentric astrology is based around Earth's perspective. It's not about Venus's perspective or Jupiter's perspective or the sun, heliocentric's perspective. It's here on Earth and where we're located here on Earth that makes a difference. So it's about self. We have to bring, it's like, okay, I choose to be the highest version of myself, the best version of myself. And for me to be the best version of myself, I have to spend time with myself, by myself, to meditate, to go internal. Okay. Now we have here, let's go look at the chart, getting into it. We have all of these, like, again, this has been going on. It's going to continue to go on. Saturn is in retrograde, so we're going to go back to the 18 degrees, making this perfect here in a little while. Right now we are moving with the South Node. Saturn is moving with the South Node, this great let go, this great release. Okay? And then we have this creating a new vision of our reality. And we have the sextile from Neptune to Earth, and it's from Neptune and Pisces down to Venus and Taurus here. Okay, so we can follow this line, here to Neptune. Follow this one down here, to Pisces, and then this one here, to Taurus and Venus and Taurus. Okay, and now we follow this last connection here, boom, 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 boom. It went from to boom, 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 boom. Okay, this is good. That means it's a good connection. So Venus is now connecting with the North Node. So Venus connecting with the North Node. The North Node is pointing up here to Jupiter. More information, more faith in yourself, friends. More faith that you're going to figure it out. More faith that you're going to be compassionate and empathetic. That you're going to be able to fall in love with all, it's okay to desire. It is okay to desire and to love things and to want. There's with spirituality, there's so many holes in the floor. I like to address some of those things here on this channel. That's why I would try to be honest. It's like this ego death doesn't exist. Oftentimes people can say they've had an ego death. You can't kill your ego. You have awakenings. You have enlightenments. Okay, we have existential defragments, or existential dismantling, as the French would say. Okay, we're becoming aware of society's imprint on us, that we've been living our life in the needs in the eye of what we think society is. Okay, when we separate ourselves from that, that's part of this existential dismantling, or the ego death, as some talk about. But you can't get rid of your ego. Okay, you're one with your ego, just as I'm one with my heart. You can't remove my heart or my brain from this earth suit and it live and survive. It doesn't work that way, but it's becoming more aware of ourselves, becoming more aware of why we want and desire what it is that we want and desire. Okay, so this connection, the Saturn and Neptune connection of dream bigger. Dream bigger and have the faith that you can create this stuff, okay? And now this Neptune creating to the sextile over to Venus. It's okay to want, it's okay to desire, to want to deny yourselves like a monk or something, or a priest. Look what happened there. Just saying, so when we deny ourselves, when you pinch the hose, it comes out more drastically somewhere else. So want, love, desire, and desire for the higher good, okay? So that whatever we're doing, we're putting it out there so that the youth that are the people around us that are trying to still figure it out, whatever it is that we're doing, we're contributing. I mean, not just like a job. If you're a factory worker and you push a button and you're making screws for these car parts and this is your career, that's wonderful. You don't have to switch your career for this. It's not what definitely not what I'm implying, if anyone's picking that up. It's like your side jobs, your sidebar, your other hustle, the way that we communicate with our friends outside of work, the activities that we're partaking in here. It's just like the light switch is going to click on here, and it's just like we're participating in things because we think that this is what society wants us, that we should be doing, not following our heart space and moving forward in that direction. So coming back down to the heart space. And feeling good to want and feeling good to desire and aligning those wants and desires with that heart space. And we've got this energy happening all week. And again, make it about you. I'm not saying that it's not a negative, selfish side of things, but you have to take care of you first. I have to take care of Aaron. Otherwise, I could never do this. I couldn't do my job, my actual career, if I'm not taking care of me. Self-care day. Self-care Wednesday. Want, desire, feel good. Starting with self. Because everything around you springs from that. Just like this astrology. Everything is from this perspective, from this point. Right? Thank you. As always, thank you for commenting and sharing with me your thoughts. If this has helped you out at all, brought any insight, please like, share. Always appreciate the feedback. I love you. I wish you enough. See you tomorrow.